Yo, okay. Before I get into this, I'm going to say I don't know what's true, right? I do not know if Russell did everything that is being said. Who knows? No one knows at this point in time, right? So it's some of the things that are out there are kind of crazy. Like, gosh, I think I saw a headline, right? I think it's Ben Mandelson, an MP. It's just like, I would never have done an interview with him in 2015 if I know what I know today. And it's just like, well, firstly, you don't know anything today, right? Again, no one knows anything today. It's allegations, you know? So it's like people trying to go, oh, I would never have done this thing if I had. It's just like, shut up. You're not adding anything to this. If you have evidence, fine, come forward, say your thing. But just trying to get attention is crazy. And I saw yeah, so I think it was one of the newspapers, the Telegraph or someone like that, put out a piece and used a clip of a comedian, a female comedian on Russell Brand's lap. And she was just like, yo, don't use that as a part of your narrative, because that was a funny, harmless thing that happened. There was nothing untoward about what happened in that scene. So you can see that we're getting shown and told things that aren't necessarily true. So until all the evidence is out there, but what I'm most interested in right now is there's a few things, because you've got BBC, Channel 4, both going, oh, these allegations are horrendous. Obviously, the allegations are horrendous, right? We're not, it's not rocket science to come out and go, this is horrible. It's horrible. If this is true, this is crazy, you know? But it's with everything. Anyone that does horrendous things, yeah, no one wants that, right? But I think the big question is, because this supposedly happened in what, 2001 to 2004 or 5, something like that, right? Now, why didn't the BBC and Channel 4 do something back then? I think that's one big question that isn't being asked, right? Because when we look at all of these things that have come out around a lot of these broadcasters, the BBC, ITV, Channel 4, stuff like Jimmy Savile is a huge one. Tim Westwood, another one. We have these organizations that have had countless predators and, just criminal embezzlements, bribes, and all of these things happening within their walls that supposedly no one knows. Supposedly no one knows. I'll tell you this, that's straight bullshit. Right? There's when you're at these big companies, there are always rumors and whispers going around, right? When a boss is having an affair with someone, most people know, right? Everyone's like, oh, fucking hell, he's sleeping with fucking Cheryl. You know what I mean? Or, Sally's having an affair with, Steve in the mailroom, right? Everyone knows. Whenever this is happening, people know. People know that someone you know, the way they talk to people is just off key, but it's always, oh, but that's just them. Right? Is, oh, they're not a morning person, so you got to avoid the bar. Like everyone knows. So these weird things where these companies come out and go, we are shocked at what is happening, because it always comes out that, you know, with the whole Westwood stuff and Savile stuff and just all the other things that have gone down, right? Philip Schofield and just all of these things, that people have said things years before, but they were ignored or it was brushed under the carpet. And, you know, so it's just like, I do not buy what these organizations are saying, right? So either they're, you know, all of this is lies and they're making it up, or they knew but didn't want to do anything when he was working for them, making them a load of money. But now he's doing shit on his own, right? And he's talking about corruption and everything like that. Now it's just like, we don't like this. So let's go into our little Rolodex and pull out some of the things that we've hidden over the year. You know, either way, it's not good for those organizations. It's not good at those organizations, you know. And again, as I said, look, all the corruption, right? Wasn't it the former CEO of the BBC had to resign because he was, you know, it was something about giving Boris Johnson or someone like that a loan or some just dodgy dealings, right? So many dodgy fucking dealings. So it's like they're rotten. These companies are rotten. So I think however this plays out, you kind of have to look at it and go, yo, they probably they definitely have to change their internal structures, right? You have to get rid of the entrenched senior management, because shit like this can only happen under, you know, their supervision, right? You do things because you know, oh, my boss will not come down on me, right? Because it's the culture of the organization. You know what I mean? So if things did happen, right? Senior management needs to go. Now, if they're lying, right? Senior management needs to go. So either way, you know, it's not good for them. It's not good for them. So they're trying to, you know what I mean, put up smoke signals, right? They're trying to hide behind, oh, we're outraged, but they're mudded up in all of this. Then you've got YouTube. So YouTube have demonetized Brand's channel. And it wouldn't surprise me if they just delete the channel because that's their MO, right? Now, the thing with that is he's not been proven guilty, right? So that's the weird thing. He's not been proven guilty. So shouldn't the thing be that the channels can still make money, right? But you're going to hold the money in escrow. So once all of this has been cleared up, he can get that money, right? Because what happens to that money, right? He's not getting it, but YouTube, are they getting the money? I mean, they're profiting somehow. So it's kind of like, how the fuck can you stop someone's money? You know, I find that real fishy and suspicious because we've seen the off-key shit they do, right? I remember Rogan talking about the fact that his videos on YouTube, the you know, the clips and the episodes were all demonetized until he left, right? In the month or so before he went to Spotify, suddenly all his videos were monetized, right? So it's just for some reason, you're not allowed to talk about that. You're not allowed to make money. But now you're going, it's making money. You know what I mean? So YouTube are just mad fishy and suspicious, right? And until someone is proven guilty, how the fuck should they not be allowed to make money? You know? It's just it's very fucking weird. It's very fucking weird. So I think what Rumble did is huge. Is fucking huge, right? Now, firstly, it is fucking weird, right? That the chair of the House of Commons Media Committee, Caroline Dinenage, would write to Rumble and go, you should stop Russell Brand from being able to make money. Like, what the fuck is that? You know what I mean? What is that? And are they doing that for everyone? You know what I mean? This is the thing, right? When some of this shit happens, are they doing that for everyone? Right? I don't think they are. I do not think they are. So it's weird how they're sending those sort of letters to people. That's super fucking sketchy. It's not it's not their place. It's not their place. So I was very happy that Rumble rejected it and told them basically to go fuck themselves. You know what I mean? That's great. It's yeah, wait. So here is what was said. It said, okay, while Rumble obviously deplores sexual assault, rape, and all serious crimes, and believes that both alleged victims and the accused are entitled to a full and serious investigation, it is vital to note that recent allegations against Russell Brand had nothing to do with the content on Rumble's platform. Right? Which is very true. Right? He said they stand for a very different values to YouTube. We have devoted ourselves to the vital cause of defending a free internet, meaning an internet where no one arbitrarily dictates which ideas can or cannot be heard, or which citizens may or may not be entitled to a platform. We regard it as deeply inappropriate and dangerous that the UK Parliament would attempt to control who's allowed to speak on our platform or to earn a living from doing so. Singling out an individual and demanding his ban is even more disturbing given the absence of any connection between the allegations and his content on Rumble. We don't agree with the behavior of many Rumble creators, but we refuse to penalize them for actions that have nothing to do with our platform. Although it may be politically and socially easier for Rumble to join a cancel culture mob, doing so would be a violation of our company's values and mission. We emphatically reject the UK Parliament's demands, which is incredible. That's incredible. And that's what you want more people to do, right? That's what you want more people to do. Because as I said, the videos aren't, here's a video about, I'm going to talk about how to rape someone. I'm going to talk about how to, no, he's talking about like COVID, You know, the lies around that, the lies around climate change, the lies around, you know, all manner of different things that are going on in the world. That's what he's talking about. You know, the royal family bullshit, Epstein, just all of these things, you know? And so, as they said, how is that connected to those allegations? And at the moment, they are just allegations, right? There is a BBC article that they put out the other day, which is real kind of crazy. It is, it's on what they've called it BBC Verified. Yeah, BBC Verify, right? And so they're saying that he built his YouTube channel on half truths and how, oh, if you look back, his videos were a lot different to the ones he's making now. And those earlier videos didn't have as many viewers as the ones he's got now. And I'm just like, firstly, right? Are you saying that people can't evolve and change what they're doing? Right? Because if you look at anywhere, right, the stuff that was being done 5 years ago is not going to be like what's being done today. Right. And really, if you're doing the same stuff, saying the same stuff as you were, yeah, there's something wrong there. Right? You're meant to be able to evolve and you're meant to grow. Right. And, you know, he was just doing interviews with people and stuff like that. And there are loads of platforms doing, you know, the kind of interviews that kind of he was doing back in the day. So, you know, being able to talk about things in a different way to how we are finding things, you know, currently. Because you go in certain places and they're not talking about certain things that are happening, right? They're not pointing out the lies and half truths that we are seeing, you know. So it's important that some platforms do, that they're going, you know, the lies he told around COVID. And I'm like, well, the lab leak thing isn't actually a lie, right? And we've had scientists and people actually come out and go, yeah, it is kind of true, right? So what were being purported as lies back in the day have now come out, you know, been proven they're not lies. And you, just because you don't agree with someone doesn't mean they're lying. So it is very weird that the BBC put out this piece just saying, oh yeah, everything he's talking about, everything he's saying is a lie. And it does fit into the narrative that Brand is saying, that, you know, a lot of this is hit pieces, right? Because when you look at everything, if Channel 4 and I think it's the Times or it might be the Telegraph, right? Surely, if you have all of this evidence, wouldn't you have handed it over to the, because you supposedly had all this evidence and you've been working on this thing for over a year. Surely you give the police a heads up a long time before, right? Going, listen, we're going to put out a documentary, but this stuff is crazy. So we feel that you should definitely take action before we finish the thing, because someone that does this cannot be out in the world, right? If it was that serious, wouldn't you have done that? You know, would it, there's a lot of questions here. And as I said, I don't know what is or isn't true, but there's a lot of things that are happening around it all that is just super off key. And that is, I feel that is troubling for everyone, because when you think about the ramifications, because who does this get turned on next, right? That's the questions we need to be asking ourselves, people.